Welcome back, everybody, to another beautiful, gorgeous day we're going to spend right here on Garden Days. My name is Eric. I want to apologize for any background noise that you might hear. We literally live in downtown of the little town that we're at, so there's a lot of background noise, a lot of construction all the time. But today I want to talk to you about a few things that I've thought that we might bring you this season, well, this year at least, in video content would be like, you know how we've picked a lot of berries and now we're going to soon pick red wine berries? Well, we're going to bring you inside and we're going to have a juicing day, and then we're going to have a jelly making day, and then we're going to do some cucumber or some pickles with our cucumbers. And I want to bring that to you in case you've never seen it before, never done it before, to basically show you how simple it is and how easy it is to do that most people don't even think about. But if you do like this content, please hit the like and subscribe button and enjoy the video. I have to do some maintenance on my tomato plant, so I thought I would do that while we talk. You know, there's a few things about life that I'm not sure I understand correctly, but I'm a firm believer that you should never, and this has changed a lot since I was a kid, but you should never plow the ground in order to make a garden. And of course, that's how I grew up. Me and my dad, we'd go out and use a tiller all day and have a layoff plow and plant our rows and all that stuff. But I've come to realize that, or at least my philosophy is that I'm not sure if that's how we're supposed to be doing it. And I'll tell you why I think that. You know, have you ever walked through the woods and seen where God plowed the land over, opened up, cut down everything above it, opened up everything so he could plant some ferns or plant some oak trees or something like that? No, that's just not how it works. What you do see, though, is a large or a heavy growth, or not growth, but a heavy layer of leaves covering the ground so it holds in the moisture, so it holds the seeds from flying around that fall from the trees or fall from the plants, any of that stuff. I think that's how it's supposed to be done. Because, you know, I was following some guys on YouTube, and they made perfect sense on why in the world would you, the best soil you have is called topsoil for a reason, anywhere from 6 to 9 to even a foot thick. It's topsoil. Well, if you're in an area that only has about 6 inches of topsoil, why in the world would you want to turn it under and bring up all the soil from the bottom that's not very good? It doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents. I've come to realize that I can't plant just straight in the ground here. The ground is just too poor. So instead of tilling it up and adding some clay buster material and stuff like that, I decided to just go with raised beds. I thought that might be the closest I could get to doing a no plow garden method. But I do cover them up with straw as the season goes, just so the straw can break down just like leaves would in the woods. I use straw to break down my soil. I use a lot of worm castings. I use a lot of worms, period, to go down through this dirt and open things up. Anyway, that's just me. Yeah, I've got a few things I want to do for y'all, and one of them is take y'all along. Like, I think maybe this evening we might try to make some pickles with the cucumbers that we've gotten. So I was thinking maybe I'd take y'all along and show y'all how easy it is to make pickles. I mean, it's beyond easy. And I'll do the same thing when it comes to our jelly making. When I say jelly making, we have been known to put out as much as 110 pints of jelly in one jelly making day. Invite my family over, and everyone jumps in and makes jelly. I mean, it's a great way to spend time together, to fellowship with each other and hang out. And there's always a good reason to hang out with family. We got a few bad leaves in here, these tomatoes that I got to take care of, get rid of. Just don't like the looks of them and don't want to take any chances with disease or anything. Got a little bit of a yellowing going on, so let's just get rid of them. Let's do a little garden tour, a little walk around. Cucumbers are coming on strong, both sets. I remember here I've got some bush and some straight eights. Down there I've got straight eights, but they're coming on pretty good. We've gotten probably 12, maybe 14 pounds of cucumbers off of them already. And as you can see, they're not even fully developed plants yet. Our red bell peppers are looking strong and healthy. The base of them starting to look like trees. We've got some peppers already forming. I'm liking what I see. Our jalapenos, look at this. Look at this already. I have jalapenos starting to come out. This lettuce, I'm gonna have to get rid of it. It is just about gone to seed. I got some other stuff I want to put in here. I've got some cherry tomatoes that I'm going to put in here, and some leaf cabbage that I want to put in here. So I need to get rid of this lettuce. Get rid of this lettuce. Throw some more dirt in there. Some good, not really necessarily potting mix, but a good raised bed dirt, and put in there. Get some nutrients back in it. These poor banana peppers, I don't know. I don't know if it's just they're in too much shade over here or what, but I mean, they're getting there. They're just slowly getting there. Of course, I did plant those a lot later than I did the other peppers, so that could be part of it. Spice bed's starting to look good. Everything's coming on strong. I've already harvested quite a bit of, I've gotten basil, I've gotten thyme, I've gotten marjoram. I'm starting to get where I can get some oregano out of it, so it's doing good. Here's the flower bed I was talking about to bring in my pollinators. Well, as you can see, last year's flowers finally fell over, and lo and behold, they dropped their seed on the ground. Well, I need pollinators pretty bad instead of just dirt or just earth. So I decided to leave them just so as they open up, maybe they'll bring in more pollinators. I've got rid of the foxglove, but now I've got some butterfly bushes that I've started, or butterfly flowers that I've started, and so I'm gonna get them going pretty good under the grow lights, and then I'm gonna harden them off and bring them out here and put them in this bed. They may not do a whole lot this year, but I'm hoping they are perennial, so I'm hoping they'll come back next year and like these have and really show us something. And you've already seen the tomatoes. Got a lot of good sized tomatoes on here. They're just none ripe or starting to turn yet. Today's June 30th, so I'm hoping we'll start seeing some changes. But some of these, like on this beefsteak, I mean, that's pretty good size already. So hopefully we'll see some change. I'm anxious to see about these because, like I said, I've got a Cherokee Purple, and then I've got Big Rainbow, and then those two are delicious. Delicious, in my opinion, are a whole lot like beefsteak, except these have more meat and less pulp in them than the beefsteak. We're still picking black raspberries. As you can see, it still has plenty to pick. I hate to, but I'm going to have to cut a lot of this down this fall just so I can shape it better and bring it back better looking for next year. Because some of them berries, this patch has gotten so big, some of them berries over in the middle, I can't even pick. Can't get to them. Corn's starting to look pretty good. Remember, I told you I just had an extra bed, so I just threw a bunch of random corn in it and watered it in, so it's starting to look good. This is our red habaneros, and it's getting a lot of blooms on it. Don't have any peppers yet, but it's getting some blooms. And back here is our Sugar Rush peach. And lo and behold, look what we have. We actually have a pepper. Oh, wait a minute. We actually have 2 or 3 peppers in there. That is so awesome. Awesome to see. There's another pepper over there on that one. Our zucchini and the squash, it's really taken off. Look at all them pretty flowers. Truth is, though, most of them are male. Like I said, male flowers come in at first just because it takes less nutrients to make them than it does the female flowers. Grapevine is looking good. It may take a couple years for it to actually produce grapes, but it's looking good. I'm just going to keep training it to follow the arch. I made this arch trellis just out of cow panels, so it's going to work, I think, if I can get this one-handed. There we go. So yeah, it's going to work good, I think. Our red wine berries are starting to come in. They are so good. I'm excited about those. Now, I know I was talking about no plow, and I'm not going to plow. But I was thinking about this spot over here. I put a tarp over it a couple years ago to kill the grass. So I'm thinking about digging a couple of holes, putting good dirt in the holes, and then I've also started some cantaloupe plants in the house under their lights to put 3 cantaloupe plants out here for this fall. Mathematically, I've done the math on it, and we do have time to actually grow them to maturity before the first frost. So I'm hoping we'll get several cantaloupes off of it. Beans are looking good. You know, the bag said Blue Lake, but obviously there was a lot of string bean in that because Blue Lake doesn't grow like this. Blue Lake is a bush bean. What are you doing, Ranger? What are you doing, puppy? What are you doing, puppy dog? What are you doing? There's Sadie Bug. Sadie, say hello. The blueberries did well. We didn't take any off of it this year because I'm just going to let them grow for probably another year, but it did have a bunch more on it. And I may have to put up bird netting because the birds, I've seen them come down here and actually get them out of it. You know, I've said before and I'll say it again, there's about as many ways to garden as there is gardens. Every one of y'all are an expert at your garden because you're the one doing it on that spot of land. What I do here could be completely different than what my neighbor does and have different results. But I do want to share this with you. Do not ever let someone tell you what you can do and can't do, especially with a garden. I don't care if you have 5 acres to work, or you have one raised bed to work, or just buckets. I mean, you can have, if you don't have a place where you can plow the ground, you can still have a garden. You can, a lot of apartments have a balcony. That means sunshine. I'm telling you, there's so many things you could have in just a 5-gallon bucket. You could put a zucchini and a squash in a 5-gallon bucket. You could put a bell pepper in a 5-gallon bucket, a bush cucumber in a 5-gallon bucket, a tomato plant in a 5-gallon bucket. I mean, you could probably put 5 or 6 bean seeds in the top of a 5-gallon bucket and at least have enough beans in the summer for your family to have a few fresh pots of green beans. It's that easy. I mean, you can do it. Trust me. I'm telling you, anything out of your garden tastes better than anything you'll buy in the store. And part of that is due to it's just better. There's no pesticides. There's no like hothouse tomatoes. Oh Lord, I hate winter tomatoes. And that part of it is also you put sweat equity in it. You get proud of your harvest. So it just somehow also helps make it taste better. And the nutrients are better too, but I think it just tastes better. But don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Especially gardening. Because there's so many different ways you can do it. Find your way. You don't have to model mine, but mine works for me where I'm at. And I just wanted to show you some stuff to see if you've learned any tricks or anything that I can show you to help you have a garden wherever you're at. Well, Sadie's fussing. And we'll be getting back with you in soon to be videos about everything from pickles to berries to juice to wine to, I mean, even our family even gets together every other year and makes apple butter in a big old kettle out in the yard. So we'll be bringing that to you. Of course, that's not till next October, but we'll be bringing that to you. But listen, I want to thank y'all for watching. I appreciate you coming in. Feel free to like and subscribe. If you have any garden ideas that you'd like to see or like to know about, just let me know and I'll try to help you out as much as I can. Thank you for watching. God bless, and I'll see you in the next video.